Hello, everyone. Welcome to one more webinar series from BSBI. And today we are going to answer how the Career Services Department of BSBI can help your students. I'm here with two special guests, Eric Fusa, the Associate Director of BSBI. Welcome, Eric. And Michael Ferenc, Career Services Manager from BSBI. He's from the Career Department and he's here to help you. So welcome you both. Eric, if you can just give us a small introduction about what we can wait for today.
Thank you very much, Isa. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you very much to all the viewers that are watching us. We have a really special webinar for today. This is packed with all the information with regards to our Career Services Department and everything that we offer to students. We're going to ask you that if you have any questions, please leave them down on the bottom of your screen. You're going to see a button for Q&A. Place your questions there. At the end, we're going to answer all of them. And we kindly ask that please ask questions related to the topic that we're discussing today. And I'm sure if all of you that are watching us today, if you have questions about visa or all other matters, we can also answer them at the end. But even better if you speak with your account manager at BSBI, and your account manager will be able to get into more details about this other non-related subjects to today's webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'll hand over to Michael now. Thank you, Michael, for being with us here today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me, Eric and Isa. Hello to all our participants. Buenos dias. Or should I actually say Tschüss, hallo aus Berlin. This is where I am based, and I'm broadcasting to you from the BSBI offices in our new modern and swanky campus in the Alte Post. I'm very pleased to be presenting to you what the careers team have been doing in the last few months. And today I will show you how BSBI students and recent graduates are supported in the quest for jobs, placements, internships, or further education here in Germany, but also beyond. I realized that this webinar is being recorded, so once in a while I think I will need to acknowledge the viewers who will only see it at a later stage. I can see that there are attendees still arriving, but whoever is going to be really late today will have the opportunity to watch it from scratch on the recorded video. So if I can give you a little bit of background to the career service at BSBI. It was launched again around 7-8 months ago. We had consistent support for our students since BSBI was founded. In 2022, after the pandemic, the school has decided to expand this service significantly to hand over the career support role to the student services as well. So this is where we are based. We're part of this community here that supports students before they arrive in Berlin while they study here at BSBI, but also obviously when they have graduated from this institution. And our team, so careers team, is almost stretched through all the 3 stages, because we do provide guidance to students who perhaps haven't physically arrived yet in Berlin or Paris, Athens or Hamburg. As long as they are enrolled and awaiting their visa, they can already access guidance from the careers team. Obviously, throughout their course of studies, the support is on site or online, available to them throughout the year, any day of the week. And what is interesting, I think, is that this assistance stretches also beyond their graduation time. So anyone who's graduating from BSBI can still come back to the career service for up to 12 months after they have left the school and receive guidance, support, attend career workshop or employer events. So the actual scope of this assistance that's on offer is quite long and really thorough, and I think sort of goes with the student from the very early stages of their enrollment through their period of study, and also to the post-study visa period, because as you may be aware, students in this country can stay behind for up to 18 months after their graduation and undertake full-time employment. Without further ado, I would like to just perhaps show you first what kind of assistance students and graduates can receive from my team, and then I will walk you through as well through the different events we've held together with employers here in Berlin at the BSBI campus, and also through the some of the workshops specifically designed to support students and graduates in their search for work and for further opportunities in Germany and beyond. Let me start sharing my screen with you. Okay, I hope this is visible to you. I'm going to post this link into the chat later on so that you can access it for yourselves if you need to refer any of your candidates to the type of information that they will be looking for in terms of careers in Germany. The 4 or 5 backbones of our support to students and graduates is the career guidance. So we help BSBI students and recent graduates in their search for opportunities and also in the decision-making process, which type of work, roles, what type of employment, whether it should be an internship, a student job, a part-time job, a graduate position that they would need to be looking at. That's the bottom line really of what we do. We help them in their application process, starting from assistance with the documents that they submit as part of the application. These days in the digital job market, it is going to be usually a digital CV with a supporting statement, cover letter. That is still very popular in Germany and the German-speaking countries. Then we also tend to focus a lot on the digital presence that any job applicants in Europe and I guess globally need to be aware of. So professional accounts on the online networking platforms. Then the exciting part is when we get employers to come to the campus to present themselves to our student and graduate community, including at individual presentations or also at the bigger events, which are the career fairs that we hold biannually. And obviously, careers team is also facing the other side of the market. So we not only work with students, graduates, and members of staff here at BSBI, but we actively go out to speak to employers and other organizations in order to, first of all, convince them to disseminate vacancies, so post their job offers directly to BSBI students, but also to attract them to campus and to engage with us for employer events or for some collaborative projects or visits to companies, which have also been happening. So more precisely what the employability support means to BSBI students, it encompasses not just the preparation of the documents, but also induction into the German labor market, which is different from the other European markets, and it's different from the Anglo-Saxon one. Certainly it's different from the South American one as well. And that will include teaching them about business culture in this country, coaching them for interviews that take place either in person or digitally, helping them self-market themselves in this new environment. Many of them do not have the language skills yet, and they need additional support in creating a professional image for themselves. The communication and presentation skills are vital if foreign students wants to secure a position, and both with the academic team and the student services, we work towards equipping them with the right set of skills in order to be able to enter the labor market here as soon as possible, so that by the time perhaps they graduate, they already have had exposure with professional business culture here in Berlin or further beyond. We organize a number of workshops. This is a systematic offer. Every month there is at least one career workshop. Sometimes we will offer 2 workshops, and these are also now run in a hybrid mode. We have noticed that students also tend to engage with us better if the availability of online attendance is there. They don't come to campus every day. Those who are working part-time already may find it difficult as well to physically come to Neukölln, where BSBI is located, from another district of the city. So the number of students logging in online to the career workshop has increased, and we will consistently also continue to offer career workshops in a hybrid mode. These are the sort of 3 elements that are cornerstones of the preparation for the labor market in Germany: career guidance, CV and cover letter advice, and interview preparation. The job teaser platform I will demonstrate to you in a moment. Business Graduate Association is something that is very profitable to our students, but can be discussed at a later point when they have arrived here in Berlin. The company visits and presentations are part and parcel of our role as a contact facilitator with the local industry. So we both invite Berlin and German employers to come to our lecture theatre and present themselves and their opportunities directly to our students and graduates. And in many sectors, we visit employers on site, be it in hospitality, in management and tourism, for instance. It's a much more profitable way of engaging with employers for students on those courses. And lastly, as I said before, careers team is also actively working outwardly with the companies and organizations whom we want to attract and convince to engage with our students. And this has been happening in the last 6 months very rapidly, and the number and the caliber of employers that BSBI has been hosting has really been impressive, and we will continue to do so. And I will shortly present to you some of the names that we have had on campus. I'd like to move to the job teaser platform. Why is this important? Because it's a digital platform that allows our students to browse vacancies which are directly posted to them by partner employers, book career advice appointments with the careers team, register for all types of employer and career events, workshops, company visits, career fairs, company presentations, upload the CV, and this database of CVs is also browsed by our partner recruiters and employers. And I think in this digital age that we are in, it's an absolute minimum requirement that all of the services can be accessed online. So I wanted to demonstrate to you perhaps very shortly when a BSBI student is fully enrolled, they receive a BSBI email account, and based on this, they can complete a short and quick registration on the Berlin Job Teaser platform. And they will have from that moment access to almost all the services. And that does not mean that they necessarily need to be physically yet on our campus. And clearly for students who study at Athens, Paris, or Hamburg campuses, this is always the case, that they can access these services online only. Let me show you some of the job opportunities here on the job teaser. These are, for instance, 23 vacancies that had been posted in the last few weeks directly to BSBI students, and you can see the job descriptions, the employer descriptions, and our community of registered users on this portal can make direct applications to work for these organizations. The appointment section, again, we go a bit technical here, but I think it would give you a better understanding as well of how accessible the career service is from day one of enrollment. Is where students can directly book one-to-one sessions with the careers team, be it for careers advice, for document revision, LinkedIn profile enhancement, interview practice. You can see that the appointments are very popular with our students, and they are booked 2 or 3 weeks ahead. I think with the arrival of new colleagues in service, we need to increase the frequency of the appointment slots, and very easily any student can having logged in online, book an appointment that suits their needs. And lastly, the events section, so the workshops, career workshops, employer events, company visits, is also visible to you from the back office. So I'm presenting it to you from the administrator side. We have at the moment 3 different career events planned. There's a workshop in a hybrid mode on creating a business CV in the German format coming up. I've only literally just advertised this yesterday, and I can see the number of participants is growing. In March, we will host a pitching day for young German or German-based entrepreneurs who will be via BSBI here physically trying to obtain capital investment for their startup ideas. So not only do we support our students with their employment aspirations, but if they want to look into self-employment and setting up their own companies, we do also provide opportunities of capital assistance or contacts or know-how from the angel investors located here in Berlin and in Brandenburg. And the third event that's already been planned for next month is also one of our company visits. This time it is going to be the Hotel Intercontinental Berlin, which belongs to the larger group, IGH group of hotels. Also a very interesting employer with presence globally. This job teaser platform is very easy to navigate. I have here controls at the top on my screen. So I need to jump between the different browsers a little bit at the moment. And as next, I would like to perhaps take you through some of the past events that Career Service has offered our students and recent graduates. And I know that it's lunchtime over there in South America. You've probably had something to eat. You might be feeling a little bit drowsy. So I think if we go for the pictures, the full images, I might just be able to hold your attention. This is one of the workshops that we offered back in, I think it was September. We primarily focus on the preparation of applicants for German based positions. So for vacancies that are advertised locally here in Berlin and wider in Germany, which require applicants to prepare professional packs that also observe the specifics of the German labor market. And this is very much reflected already in the first document that the applicants need to prepare, which is the CV. And we hold regular sessions, coaching sessions on how to write up a resume for the German market. Obviously, it doesn't need to be in the German language, and I think majority of our current students would not be able to prepare such a document, and they don't need to, because there is a plethora of employers here in this city and also in this country, which offers opportunities in English and has English as the working language. So this kind of workshops tend to also reveal that students coming from abroad, they have not yet the capacity to prepare a professional application pack. They really, in many cases, need support in formatting the document and including the information that is necessary for a German recruiter. And we very much focus on this preparation phase because we know that it safeguards a good response rate when our candidates applying for internships, part-time jobs, or graduate positions receive invitations to interviews. And that's the ultimate goal of the Career Service, to increase the number of students being invited to those introduction discussions with employers. And I guess at this point they take over and the floor is theirs and they can convince the prospective recruiter to be hired. Moving on now to one of the recent events that has been held here on campus. I'm sure you will be aware of the EY brand, the global consultancy and accounting firm that's present in 150 countries, including every single one of them in South America, I believe, which employs 365,000 people across the globe. So this is the kind of caliber of employers who come to BSBI to present their opportunities. And this was a recent event held last month, whereby we had 5 consultants from the Berlin office present different roles in the company and also explain how applications should be made to become an intern or a graduate employee in this organization. It was a very thorough event lasting 3.5 hours in our auditorium on the 4th floor, well attended by our student community, and with really insightful information from the company that you cannot find online or on LinkedIn or anywhere else, to the point that much of the presentation material that was shown in the lecture theatre was cut away from the version that we will be allowed to share on our website with the general public. So it was very insightful and very informative. There were a lot of questions asked by our students as well. They engaged well. And what we also facilitated for them was an informal networking session with the employers directly. So imagine there are 5 people from EY here in Berlin whom you can ask individual questions directly face to face. When it comes to networking with organizations, with employers, with companies, it does not get better than this. And this lasted for almost an hour, although it was scheduled for half an hour, and we also had catering that was supposed to be, enjoyed for a shorter period of time. It didn't stop both the participants and the company representatives from really engaging together. And these are our colleagues from BSBI who have helped to run this event, where we gave away professional wristbands to identify the participants and also distributed the merchandise from the company. Professional networking platforms are really important in self-market as a self-marketing tool for any job applicants globally these days. So we focus on this very much. And not only do we run sessions that help our students improve their digital presence, we also, in fact, take professional pictures for them so that they can update their Behance, LinkedIn, Xing, or Dribbble accounts accordingly. And this was a session, this is the first slide from the session that we held back in October. The next one is already planned for April. There is a big demand for this kind of guidance, and understandably so, because the online networking platforms have become a type of a business card that you present yourself with to the outer world. And in Germany, the most 2 popular ones are LinkedIn and Xing, the second one for the German speakers. And if you're in the creative sector, such as our students at the Hamburg campus, they are well advised to set up an account on Behance or Dribbble, which we also support them with. So this is these are a few photographs from the session back in October, where we supported them extensively on either building up the first profile on those networking platforms, or we helped them enhance it. So this was relatively well attended as well. And everyone who was participating in the session had an opportunity the following day to have a professional picture taken for the newly created or enhanced profile. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to present these pictures to you because of data protection laws in Germany. I would have to collect consent from every single of these individuals. But if you do browse BSBI students on LinkedIn or on Xing, you will certainly come across some very professional profiles these days. The more exciting events that our students have an opportunity to participate in are the on-site company visits. And we held one back in November last year. Here are the two logos of those organizations which were involved. So Marriott Hotel, the biggest hotel group in the world, wherever you're based, I'm sure there is a Marriott Hotel in your city, and the Ritz-Carlton, the sort of high-end hotel chain for more affluent customers. In Berlin, they are located in the very prestigious Potsdamer Platz area, and they are quite close to each other. So we were able to kill one bird, two birds with one stone, as you say in English. Visiting both of them on the same day and just alternating the groups. So one group of students was at Marriott Hotel, the other one was the Ritz-Carlton, and then we swapped. There are a few pictures from this event that I thought you might also want to see. This is the lobby at Marriott Hotel with the questions and answers at the end of the visit. This is the group picture where we had almost all students. I think there were 20 of them with before entering the hotel. Here is the Marriott Hotel lobby, quite impressive space. Our colleague Claudia Brunner from the Marriott Hotel Human Resources team taking our students on tour in this beautiful building, speaking to the restaurant staff and visiting the rooms. I think for hospitality and tourism students, it's essential to see the hotel from every angle. So we were allowed to see the suites, the apartments. We were in the kitchen, in the wine lobby, in the cigar lobby. This is Marriott Hotel. Oh, this picture perhaps shouldn't be included. It's me sitting at the bar and my favorite pastime probably behind it. Here's Selina, and this is Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Berlin, where we were taken around and show almost all of their venue, including the conference halls, the VIP area, the terrace, the top floor penthouse apartment. Really beautiful venue with the very elegant staircase at the entrance. This is a recent workshop that we held now in January, and as I said, we kind of moved from focusing on students present physically on campus and branched out to make it available to the increasing number of our students at Athens, Paris, and Hamburg locations, but also to those who, for different reasons, perhaps are not able to physically attend on the day. And this was a job search strategy workshop, which was interestingly 3 times more popular online in terms of attendance than it was physically here in room 308, but still large numbers of students in both in the hybrid mode, in the online and the physical mode. And this was something that we regularly offer from last year. Another company presentation, still at the old campus in Potsdamer Straße. Zalando is also a German startup that was founded 12 or 14 years ago here in Berlin and has grown to be a pan-European employer with more than 20 countries having either offices of their warehouses or distribution centers. They are operating in the online retail sector, which is growing rapidly. And this is one of the employers which is very attractive to our students and graduates because they offer a wealth of opportunities from data analysts and system administrators and software programmers to customer service assistants, sales development candidates, to human resources specialists, but also to those who actually also build up the client base and help the growth, the fundamental and fantastic growth that Zalando has seen in the last years. And the working language is English. So this is a very popular presentation that happened in last year, and you can see the crowds that we were lucky to have in the room, with many students asking a lot of questions about their application process and recruitment practices. And Kate Hauke, who's from the talent acquisition team, went to great lengths to explain everything about their internship and graduate positions, and how BSBI students and graduate can get a foot through the door and start working for one of those very reputable organizations. It was a fun day for, I think, everyone who was involved. Zalando are one of our partners. They came back to present at the career fair, and they will be present at the next round of this event. We organized one of them last October, and 5 different organizations were present, but instead of perhaps talking to you now in the webinar, I will just try and share my screen again, whereby I can play you a video that we recorded from that event, and that in a very good way and a concise way will show you what happened on 20th October last year at the Potsdamer Straße campus. Let's just make sure just a moment that we also share sound, because that's absolutely fundamental here. Share sound, ticked, okay. And this is a 1 and a 30-second video, so I'll leave you to enjoy it with me. Hello, my name is Michael. I'm the Career Service Manager at Berlin School of Business and Innovation, and I'd like to welcome you to our first ever career fair at BSBI. This is going to be an excellent opportunity to you as students of BSBI, but also Arden, Gisma and UE University, to interact with some major recruiters in the city. We have Zalando, we have Personio, there's also Diva-E, a big player in the IT sector present here, but also to speak to some organizations that actively support students and graduates in their career, such as Business Graduate Association and Bundesagentur für Arbeit, which probably is the biggest recruitment organization in this country. I'm hoping that you will make some useful connections today, that you will pick up some business cards, get some email addresses, that you will link up with people online, and that you will find out how you can apply successfully to work here in Berlin for these amazing organizations, but also how you can be further supported in your student, job, placement, internship, or a graduate position applications. Good luck. Here we go. So that was from the last career fair, where there were quite a number of interesting organizations present on campus. And the next edition of the fair will be taking place in spring of 2023, already at our new location here in Alta Pos, when we have ample opportunity to host employers in the auditorium or even on the rooftop terrace, which I think is going to be a big attraction to them. I believe I've covered most of what I wanted to say today. I will stop sharing my screen now, and we can have a look if there are any questions in the Q&A box. And also, if you would like to find out anything more at the moment, it's the time to to post yours, and either myself or Eric will be able to help you with that. I will hand over to Isa then, who will have a look at the question and answers box. Thank you very much for your patience. I hope you enjoyed that part.
Thank you so much, Michael. It was a beautiful presentation. Let's see if we have questions, guys. Still time to send your questions. Okay, we have one from Anonymous. I understand that the use for the service, it's a great tool for a full-time job after graduation. Is there any part-time opportunity for those who need to work during the studies?
That's a question to me. Thank you very much for that one. It's actually very important one. Most of our students at BSBI tend to look for part-time opportunities. This is because the type of a student visa they arrive in Germany on allows them during their studies to work up to 240 days per year on a part-time basis. So they are in a way restricted by the visa, but when you look at it from the other side, this also allows them to work while studying at BSBI. So this makes it possible for them to combine the two. And yes, there are a number of employers in Berlin and in Germany in a variety of sectors who offer the so-called Studentenjobs, and they are really just positions that are no more than 20 hours per week and aimed at the different international students located in this country.
Perfect. Do we have more questions coming? Let's wait. Do you want to add something, Eric?
Oh, I think the presentation was amazing. It already covered everything.
Yeah.
So nothing to add.
That's true. It was pretty clear, I think, for everyone that was in there. Thank you for the link. It is in the chat, right, Michael? For the career support. Well, thank you so much. Before we all end the session, Eric, I'd like you just to let me share my screen for a second, because I want to here. I just want to highlight that we have our webinar series is come to an end, unfortunately, because it was a very nice ride. So we have the next sessions next week. We have the Portuguese session and the Spanish session, what you can expect after the students. For the Portuguese will be on the February 14th at 11 a.m. Brazil time. And for the Spanish session, we have the February 15th at 9 a.m. Central time or 10 a.m. Colombia time. And we are expecting all of you there. So I'm gonna let this slider in here. Thank you so much, Michael, for your time, for this amazing lesson that you are sharing in us to teach us about the Career Services Department. I think all the agents that are here and all the future agents that will see this record will be able to understand 100% of the department. And thank you so much, Eric, for being here with us today. And see you guys in the next session.
Muchas gracias. Adiós.
Thank you, Isa. Thank you all. And we look forward to seeing all of you guys here in Germany. All the best. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.